Do you like science?
Do you like baking?
Now we can combine both of our love for science and knowledge, with our love for baking and chocolate. Today we're going to teach you all about the science of baking.
First, we gotta get our ingredients. Brownie mix, of course. We're using applesauce as a substitute for vegetable oil, and then eggs. We need 2 for this recipe.
We also need water as one of our main ingredients.
Okay, so now that we have all our ingredients out, we're gonna go ahead and start mixing all the wet ingredients together. But first, a little science fact for you. Like we said before, we're using applesauce instead of vegetable oil, and that's because not only is it healthier and cheaper, which is great, it actually does the exact same thing that vegetable oil does. There's a substance in it called pectin, and it coats certain parts of the mixture so that gluten is unable to form.
Alright, so first we're going to do our wet ingredients. So we've got 1/4 of a cup of water. It's going in right there.
Then we're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of applesauce. We only have 1/3 cup, so we have to use it twice.
Math, science, what?
Okay. There's 1. Oh, that looks gross. And 2.
Right.
Beautifully nasty mixture with
Mix it up a
applesauce
little
and water there. Set that aside in the sink because ew.
Then we're going to crack 2 eggs. Do you want to each do 1? It'll be super cute and romantic.
You're just kidding. Anyway.
Chemistry.
Chemistry!
Where's the trash can? Let's put that.
Try not to get shells. Like
Did you
I
put a shell
just
in
did.
it?
You use the shell to get it back out.
Yeah, it's okay, we're good. And then we're going to stir this up before we do our dry ingredients. Olivia, you want to tell them why we're doing that?
Absolutely. Roll the clip. A mixture is a substance that is made up of 2 or more elements or compounds that aren't chemically bound together, so they can be physically separated. A compound is a substance that is made up of 2 or more different elements that are chemically bound. When you're making brownies, the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients have to be mixed separately first and then together so that they can be evenly distributed throughout the mixture. And brownie batter is a mixture because the elements of the batter still retain their chemical makeup.
Now we're going to do our dry ingredients. Now normally, when you make this from scratch, you're going to have all your different dry ingredients like baking soda, flour, salt, sugar, all those things. But we're poor college students, so we just bought the box. But it's going to be mixed together separately, just like what we said earlier. And it's all mixed in here. So all we got to do is open this up. Try not to make a mess.
Like that?
Like that.
Yeah.
And then put it all in there. And make sure you're stirring while you're putting it in. It helps sometimes if you use a beater, a whisk,
We don't have one.
or an electric beater.
Oh.
But again, poor college students just use one of these fancy scrapers.
A little spatula for.
Try not to get powder everywhere, like I
you
did.
did? Yeah.
But it won't mess it up too bad. So we're just gonna mix this up.
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna start smelling really good.
Oh, if you could smell through a video.
That'd be cool.
Someone should figure out how to do that.
Yeah. If you're making this while we're doing it, then you can totally smell that awesomeness.
Yeah, it's way easier with a whisk. This is ridiculous.
Here, let me do some. I'm more muscular.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm the former athlete, not her.
Right.
Former athlete is the key of that. Former. Make sure you get everything off the sides like that.
On the bottom.
Because otherwise you'll get little clumpies. Do you not like my sound effects?
Your sound effects are lovely. You can cut those out.
You really want to get all the clumps out because you don't want some kind of powder or whatever not mixed throughout. Because like we talked about earlier, mixing throughout is very important. Because then you could have one brownie that tastes horrible and doesn't have the stuff in it.
You don't want to ruin brownies for someone because that's just mean. That looks beautiful.
Looks pretty good. Just kind of, it's like a big chocolate lava. You see any clumps, Olivia?
No, it looks good. Looks good, man.
All right. Now we're gonna pour it into our pan.
Wait, where's your pan? Oh, it's over there. It's over there.
Oh, go get it.
Hey, do we have Pam for our pan? Or are we gonna have sticky brownies?
We're gonna have sticky brownies. Normally, when you cook, you either put some kind of a sheet down, or you spray it with some Pam or whatever, and it just keeps it from sticking.
The same way?
What?
Does the oil work the same way?
Or oil.
There's vegetable oil in the cabinet. Get a paper towel.
But we're just gonna put this straight in the pan, and
It's probably a really bad life decision, but we're gonna do it anyway.
and we're gonna pray that Jesus help us out. And we'll do that.
Ready for this? Ready? Here we go.
Look at that beauty. Take a close up at that. Chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate.
It smells so good. Okay. And you gotta make sure you scrape out all the edge. Because you don't want any leftovers. Well, actually you do. You want leftovers.
Because brownie batter is delicious. You know, yeah.
Sure. All right. You hold it.
I am.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Well, that makes sense because my dream is of brownies.
I dreamed of brownies last night too!
Oh my gosh, we're twins. We're not twins at all. I'm really bad at this.
You want to hold the bowl and let me scrape
No,
it?
it's okay.
Are you sure?
We're just gonna fast forward the bowl.
You lied so much.
Okay, we'll leave some for us to leave later. And again, you just kind of want to make sure it's all smoothed out evenly above the pan. Well, and no little bumpies. Might have helped. Okay, so there you go. We're gonna put that in the oven in just a minute. Have you ever wondered how your oven works?
Well, once you put the brownies in the oven, the heat begins to circulate from the coils, and the movement of air begins to heat the racks and the pan. And through the heating of the racks, the pan begins to get hotter through conduction. And as the pan gets hotter, the brownies begin to bake through movement of particles and through the collisions that happen on the particle level. And if you've ever wondered why light pans take longer to bake than dark pans, it's due to the absorption of heat through the different coloring of the pan. So a darker pan, which is closer to black on the spectrum, absorbs more different colors of light waves, resulting in more energy absorbed, which results in more heat. And so the food, whatever's in the pan, bakes faster, as opposed to the light pan, which doesn't have as much absorption of light waves, which creates less energy, which results in a longer baking time because there's less heat to cook the food.
Now we bake it for 24 to 26 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
And there's our finished product. They may not be the prettiest, but I bet they'll taste great. Today we're going to learn about the mysteries of science.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city.
You should feel good about feeding your hunger while you feed your wild
myself, I'm
stuff.
so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon walk.